Huh.
Well, we're live, and we have one person viewing, I see. And let me switch to this here. Welcome to Built from Bricks. I'm Brian, and in studio today, as you can see on the screen, we have Luke Taylor. He is the master microscale builder, I'll call him. Let's call him that.
Hi. Yeah.
Okay, he's a little shy there, but I just want to remind him he's not on camera, and we'll just chat like we have been for the last hour. And
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I found Luke on. I don't see anybody in the chat there. Is there? Can you tell if there's anybody in the chat?
I can't. It's not even coming up for me right now.
Well, we're
Oh
streaming.
my God, we broke it.
Broke it, yeah.
We broke it.
I see one viewer. At least that's working.
Oh,
Chat.
that's a
Why is it saying live in 2 minutes over here? Which doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I see that. So the chat thing didn't refresh because I can see somebody said this is cool.
Yeah, that's the Woods Call Me Mike. But my screen is telling me it's going to be live.
So give us a second here. Just checking one thing. The chat box doesn't want to work, and I want to be able to talk to you guys. So give me 1 second here.
Beauty of technology.
Yeah. It's not behind it. Okay. Chat browser's on top.
There you go.
on top.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
Hey, you caught us. You caught up live.
You guys have hats?
And as you see,
I could have gone with a festive hat too.
I can't get the volume on that.
I'm fixing it.
Drew has his hat. I knew someone was coming up with him. He was getting all kind of secret over there. And since I'm wearing a hat, and Luke has a hat, Drew has his festive
I am festive for the day.
reindeer hat that I would never wear.
Yeah, but you could
That's so
have
uptight.
worn a helmet.
I wore this the other day at the gym to my workout.
So
There's a
I'm
video of
gonna
me on Facebook.
I'm gonna copy this. Actually, we're gonna launch this box again. It's already there. And fix this one thing in the chat, and then we should be able to see our chat on the window because it doesn't seem to be working right now. So I just fixed that by chat browser property. That's a URL. What did we want?
You can take the URL, I think.
What's that?
I think you can take the URL.
Okay, let me get the URL. So I don't see anybody in here yet, but we can start talking about what this is as well. So
Probably that number needs to be updated too.
the one.
Oh, you see the one up there? I
see a
don't
one.
see what you see. Oh, I do see it now.
Do you
That's
see
me.
what I see?
That's me up there.
That's
Yeah.
you up there? Oh.
Mhm.
So we're watching ourselves as we do this show. And I'm sorry for the trouble right now. I'm just fixing a couple of things. Of course, technical difficulties for the chat browser. I never get this to work right.
Oh well.
Control V this in there.
I thought I hit the table.
What's that? I can't reach the keyboard to hit Control V. All right. Well, you're in the
Yeah,
chat.
I'm in the chat. I'm here.
Why don't you say something?
I did. Chat, chat, chat.
Don't see
Chat,
it.
chat, chat.
Yeah, I don't see you
All right.
on either screen. Drew might have to watch the chat for a little while until I figure that out. But anyway, let's get to what we're talking about here. So I saw Luke's creations on one of the Lego fan Facebook pages, I believe.
Yeah.
I forget which one. Lego. There's a ton of them that I'm in, and I saw your creations, and I said, "Oh, he's local." And I never see anybody that builds local. There's tons of people. There's tons in Pennsylvania. There's tons all over the place, but I never somebody that's nearby. And you're like half an hour away.
Yeah, I'm about 30 minutes away, and I actually ran into the same problem myself. It's like, especially when it comes to the scale that I build, like, I've yet met anybody who actually builds my scale. I've seen them online, but they're usually like across the country.
Or across the seas.
Yeah. So it's like, well, that does me no good.
Never thought of like for this. I
Yeah.
think so for this your stuff, and I'll let you talk about it. But I think this type of thing would be awesome in like my like having something like this in my office because it's something that it's such a immense, dense city,
Yeah.
but it's a compact form. Whereas my city over there is a giant city in a giant space.
Yeah.
Or you could fit 100 buildings in the space that you could fit not 1,000 buildings, but you could probably fit a couple hundred buildings in that space where I can fit probably 20 or 30 big buildings.
I don't know, I probably could fit a good 1,000 in there if I actually worked at it.
You really,
but it
yeah.
depends on how small I make the bases, and because as I build them, I'm building them larger, even though they're still micro scale. So that's my biggest issue as of right now is I keep making them bigger instead of keeping them to this.
What's the average base size that you make?
The average base size will be roughly a 6x6 or smaller. For
So each one of these buildings is 6x6?
Structure. No, usually it depends. It depends on the base that I built for it. Will depend on my room and how many number of towers I want to fit to the actual city skyline. So, like these blue towers here, you're looking at what, say, a 10 by 10 base. And then once I built the actual base to support all these towers, now I looked at basically my real estate and then chopped it up to how many buildings do I want to give it a denser, more realistic, which then defined the base structure and height of the towers.
And you do a lot of calculations and like just formulas ahead of time to prepare the city. It seems too, from you were talking earlier, how you have everything calculated down to how the streets are going to line up and highways and
yeah,
and byways
I do end up doing a lot of calculating when I do this, and that's just kind of like at the moment too. So like when I built this, the reason why it's actually different colors when it comes to this base is because the original base is where the gray stops right here. That's what it was original.
I don't know if you can see that part, but it rotates this around and show them a few things as well. Can you see the chat? Is it working on there at least?
No.
No, it's not working.
I mean, I see chat.
Is there anybody talking in there?
Yeah, the Woods call me Mike.
That's it?
Yeah, and me.
And you?
And you.
That's me.
Yeah, people don't always join right away either. And
right, but there's just a big black square, and you can see.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. And I can hide the black background. I don't want to mess with this right now. I mean, I can just hide it for now, and you can keep an eye on the chat in your phone if you want to.
Yeah,
because I don't know why it's not working, and
it's fine.
I don't want to mess around.
If you want to make it the big screen there, so you can see more of you guys and all that.
And there we have the big screen. I'm hidden. Hey, I'm over here. So you can see what he was talking about. Which side is over here? You can point to that pier on one side.
Yeah, basically, so right up to the black, that was the original base.
I think we're up. Yeah, I can't. You can see over. I'm trying to figure that is on the camera right there. There we go.
There we go. So all the way down to the black brick, that was the original base for this actual set. But then I wanted to keep it consistent when I actually set them aside to each other. So then I actually built the bottom half so that it would bring it to the proper level.
Wow. So I'd like to get an impression from somebody who hasn't seen this before, but my 8-year-old appeared on the show, and he's hiding behind the city. What do you think about this? You can say hi. I don't think there's many people watching right now besides Drew and one other person. But what do you think of this city?
Good.
You like it? Isn't that crazy? This is all like really busy, popular city in this small space. And you notice, and the first thing you notice is let me spin that around to show him what he's talking about. You can explain what you told me about the dinosaur and why. Brendan, the first thing the kids are gonna—they always notice the little hidden things.
Spielberg,
I believe it is.
I have a bunch of them.
Thing?
I'm not sure exactly.
That looks like it was from the movie making thing where they.
I have one, right?
Steven Spielberg movie making thing because it was like Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I have a bunch of them. I actually integrated, I think, 4 more on the latest tower on my coffee table.
That's funny. So what? So I know, like kids always point out those things like that. What you told me about that earlier. What did you say about the statue?
That I like to take the minifigures and anything else like that of the creatures and integrate them into the city skyline as part of like statues and stuff with the towers.
Yeah, and I think that was cool, especially if you have like grayscale, like something like that dinosaur where it's all one color. It feels like a statue.
Yeah. So, and then like I have up here the upper level of this tower, the blue, which I use as a representation of like pools.
Is that I was gonna say? It looks like a swimming. It looks like a swimming pool.
Yeah. So there's 2 of them, and the green for the green rooftop. So.
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
And then if you rotate this way, I like this building. I'm looking at this building over here, which is the one, the headlight. This one here, the translucent pieces.
Yeah.
A lot of futuristic stuff, and we have another building we'll slide over in a little bit, but they're both massive. So
it's funny because when I built this one, I actually built it out of just convenience of I don't know what the heck I was going to build, but I needed to use these pieces, and so I got the idea of just putting them in color code. So that there is a pattern and not just like thrown in there.
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, I mean, it still kind of fits the scale using the clear slopes as the glass, but now the angle, so it gives it a more defined.
Yeah, and you have
style.
and you have them going different ways as well, which is pretty cool. So it's not just the same direction.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of just the same consistency, I did every.
If anybody's from the Boston area, this reminds me of the building that my mother used to work in.
It's actually funny because every time someone sees that, that's what they're like. Is this that building in Boston? I was like,
the one that has 2 legs on the bottom. You know,
yeah,
she used to
I
work
know
in that
exactly
building.
what you're talking about because
It does remind me of
refer
that.
it to that too, and I was like, no, actually, it wasn't actually designed after that.
No, I didn't
It
think
just
it was.
ended up looking like it though.
He told me that he doesn't design he doesn't want to copy other buildings. So all of this is from his imagination. And I was told a lot of the stuff I create is inspirations on, not necessarily copying, but inspired by stuff that I grew up around and buildings that I saw. There is a cool building that would look cool in this form is in Boston. It's called the Pregnant Building. So it's brown.
Yeah.
It's like straight, like brown, like this, like square shape, and then it bulges out in the middle and then goes straight again. So they call it the Pregnant Building.
One.
It's near South Station.
Really?
Yeah, it's called the Pregnant Building. If you're from Boston, that's what people call it, the Pregnant Building, because it's got that bulge in the middle. So
Yeah.
When you were talking about different angles, it makes me think of this one here, which you can't see on the
we'll
screen
show them
right
that
now.
after.
Yeah, we'll show you that one after. But you've got all sorts of angles.
I like
happening
yeah.
there.
So
It's
he's
really
got
cool.
one over here, which
You know
we might be able to slide it in. All right, there we go. No, just take the camera. You got that camera.
Oh, that works too.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little aerial view.
So I like the different. He's got the different directions going. You got the angle 45 this way, but then you get the reverse. So it almost looks like it's part of that, like it's jutting out of the blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I like and a lot of this like it looks I won't say it's simple because it's not simple. But the building technically it is simple. It's just the thought process that goes behind it. Because a lot of this, Drew has the camera. We're gonna do a little live shot. We should do an aerial shot of this coming in later, like a helicopter shot. But a lot of this is basically 1x2 clear tiles to make windows, and then plates and other type tiles and plates to create the effect of a building. So it is conceptually wise, or like I say, conceptually wise is hard, but to build it like once you have it conceptualized, it's really just put these 1x2s down.
The core of it is.
I won't say I could come up
simple.
with these ideas. Yeah.
The core of it's pretty simple, but then it drastically gets complex.
And then as making it big, it's so big like this, just
not to mention the amount of patience.
And I told him, I said, you need lots of these because
So we moved the whole city probably about a foot this way.
There we go.
how's that? That's better.
Yeah, I've broken a lot of fingernails on
There you go.
Dismantling some of these structures. I've broken quite a bit of nails, not having that piece available at the time.
I can imagine. Yeah, I try not to use teeth or anything else like that. Or
Yeah, I still kind of do. I find that sometimes the teeth are the only thing I've got left that are strong enough to actually like snap deep part.
Yeah,
So
like in my streets when I did the city streets, I had to I'm removing all those black tiles.
yeah, that's gotta be.
Either the thing but actually you do this right on the edge and it can pop them off.
Oh, is that what that's for?
Yeah, that's what this is for. This is in removing
See, that's
tiles.
usually what I'm breaking my nails on. Is those right there.
And there's one other technique for this. If you don't build that kind of stuff a lot, but when you're building sets, there's a lot of stickers. The manager of the Providence store told me, put the sticker on this, and then you can sit there and you can line it up on here. It just makes it easier to control it. You can
you can actually
it.
center it a lot easier.
So I thought that was a good,
to
cool,
a thick finger.
Yeah.
Mike in the chat room asks, how do you get the pieces to do this and how long have you been doing this?
That's a good question.
Well, I've been doing this, since like 2005.
Wow.
Is the first picture that I have on my computer of when I originally started the micro scale. And it looks nothing like this because they're solid brick, all mixed colors, but they're just stacked to give the illusion of a realistic city.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me the longest time to figure out because once I discovered the Legos, I was like, I want to build my own city, but I was very limited in space. So it's like, well, how can I get the most for my space? And maybe, at the time, the thought was also maybe save money and not have to use as many Legos, which might save me money.
Yeah.
Which clearly did not turn out that way. But I still got the realistic, thriving empire of a city skyline in a really small, packed area. compared to if I use minifigures, it would require more space
Sure.
and a lot more Legos, I would think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it would. A ton
Yeah,
more
actually it
Legos.
would, because I OCD and I still put in floor tiles. Like
You do put in tiles, and people don't even see that, but
Yeah.
actually, that's a good.
I mean, the way I see it is, it's not completely built until every stud is covered.
Yes, I
Wow.
I could see that. I mean,
That's
it
literally
comes,
how
yeah.
I do it.
it comes to like when I'm building stuff for the house. I was building, I built when I redid my dining room or something.
Yeah.
You do all this stuff behind the scenes that nobody sees, but it's
Yeah.
important to the structure of the house, even if nobody's ever going to see it.
Yeah.
And then with the Lego structures like that, like the big apartment building, right now the inside's empty, and I see a lot of people come with towers and towers, and they're huge, but they're empty. And you can see right through it. So I have furniture planned for that, and walls, and different. Each apartment will be a little different. Some of them.
You're gonna wire lights in it too.
I would like to put lights in. I don't know, because each floor is removable.
It won't be easy, but you can do it.
But each floor is removable, so it'd be tough.
Hmm.
Because then there's gonna be wires in the way. I could do battery powered stuff on each level, I suppose. That would be. But the battery boxes take too much room.
Maybe I ought to take up the electrician as a side job.
I can do electricity.
You were saying before the show started that some of the structures in your city, you did it was a computer program on Lego. Can you talk a little bit about that? What that
Yeah.
was?
So back when I finally decided I wanted micro scale, one of the things I always had an issue with when I was younger is I would come up with these ideas of structures in these small scale, but then it would actually keep me up at night, like, because I didn't want to forget this. So it's like, how can I put this in memory so that I can actually try to actually build these later when I have the means to do so?
Yeah.
And I forgot what year it was, but shortly after I discovered through the Lego website that they had a program called Designed by Me, or LDD at the time.
LDD. Yeah, they still call it LDD, but they don't do that part you're talking now.
Yeah, like, and at the time, so once I realized that it was free to download, I did that, and I would spend almost majority of my nights up all night and just putting these ideas that I had into this program, and then save them and be like, well, now I have something I can go back to. And once I had the bricks, I can then build them and make them a reality.
Mm.
So I use it as like my digital database. And so like these blue towers here, and actually this black one also in front of it, this one right here,
Yeah.
I actually used that program to design them.
Okay.
And then once I was able to, through that program, I actually purchased them. And then I was able to follow the directions on that program to reconstruct them.
Unlike me, that just builds and has to take it apart 17 times, and and then ends up with pieces I don't need. And
I've had to do that with these, and let me tell you, compared to what you're doing, I feel like this is more painstaking for my fingers.
yeah,
Because
that small a scale. Yeah.
you need the
your
piece
fingers
removers
just-
or your
yeah.
teeth.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
So the Woods call said, I have this other box on the screen. They can't.
Oh, you can see it now.
Well,
Okay.
I just brought the window over because for some reason it's not coming into the
Yeah.
OBS. But he said he discovered Legos. All I want to do is build a jungle forest scene.
yeah.
After starting in July, I'm still adding more. I have a zoo.
Started.
A zoo started. It's in It's in 3 sections. They're all on each section's a base plate, and they all connect together. And so people like that. I just don't have the room to build it anywhere.
Yeah, you were going strong on that.
And then I ran out of pieces, and it was costing too much. So I said I need a break from this because it was costing too much.
Yeah.
Like I'm building a wall for the grizzly bear area, and it's like I need these specialty pieces, and each one of them is like 60 cents, and I did like 80, 50.
Yeah, I saw that on YouTube.
Did you?
The aquarium?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in there.
Yeah.
It's in the drawer over there.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's kind of like what I do with like my cities now, though. Is the way I look at it is the money that I put into it is kind of like this city's actual like budget. Like, so I'll have, when I have money to spend on Legos,
Yeah.
my city goes through a building boom
Okay.
because they have the
Yeah,
finances
same
to
me,
build
same
them.
too.
Do you set up an operating budget for your Lego city? Like
Yeah, right
that
now
you
the
planned
budget's
yourself out?
zero.
Budget zero.
Maybe for a while, but I still have, but I
Do-
mean,
Do you try looking for lots like on eBay and things like that? To go through, because I know a lot of your pieces are the smaller, you know, 1x1. Actually, it looks like you have a longer piece there, but like the 1x1 bricks, and then 1x1 plates, and you know, things like that.
Yeah, they vary from the size of 1x1 plates to as large as 8x8.
Okay.
And really,
these.
Yeah, and it all depends on how big the building will be and how tall will depend on, or the height, and then it'll depend on from there how wide I need to make the base to be strong enough to withstand that height and still be sturdy.
Yeah.
So the taller it is, the wider the foundation of the structure will be.
You know, though, when I find the people on eBay seem to not, the prices seem to be higher, and so I pretty much stick to Bricklink for everything.
Yeah, I did discover that a few times too. They're like, oh, check eBay, you can save money, and they're usually cheaper. And I've gone there, and a few times it's like, this isn't that much cheaper than if I actually went to the Lego
But are you looking
website.
For like a big lot of just random stuff on eBay, or are you looking for specific on eBay?
I'm looking actually for lots.
Okay.
And I'm looking at what they're putting, and even then it's hard to find the larger lots.
Okay.
And even so, they're asking a couple hundred, which is a lot.
Gotcha.
And at that amount, I'm like, I could get a bin for 200, but then now I'm stuck with a whole new city square.
Yeah.
Of
Yard
a
sale sites
construction
are good
site.
too. Like the yard sale, like Facebook sites.
yards-
that people put up the yard sometimes.
So, yard sale sometimes. I have a bin over there. But it's for him. It's because the piece is so
they're
specific.
so small. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's so specific too that you're not gonna typically find what you want. It's gonna be a bunch of random stuff. Like, well, these are cool, but
like right now, my biggest budget or financing, what I'm gonna put towards are the clear pieces again, because I ran out.
Yeah, I have lots of these.
Yeah, I have a lot of those too, but I'm looking for like the 1x1 or the 1x2s, transparent, because that's the other 50% of the structure.
Yeah.
You know, because by those pieces, I could connect other smaller solid colors to make a more defined 3D structure. So
I think we're gonna put in the other, bring in the other thing here too in 1 second.
And so, typical one of these buildings, typically from design to actual creation, what are we talking? How long is that typically?
I hate that question.
So do I. Because I never actually.
Hey, you know what? I asked the tough stuff.
I never actually like stop and like.
Because people ask me that
pay
for my
attention
stuff.
to the time.
I just
But I mean, it kind of varies.
Yeah.
If I already had like an idea behind when I start to build it, or if it's one of those things where it's like I just start with this base, and as I'm building it, I'm like, well, I could get away with this.
Yeah.
I can add this into that. But you're looking at a good, I want to say 4+ hours, depending on how massive the structure will get.
Yep.
So, I mean, these blue tires alone, you're looking at a full day. That's obviously already pre-planned. I already had it designed.
So unlike me just building, I take it apart 16 times. It takes 3 days or 4 days because.
Exactly. So I mean, like the latest one I'm working on, it's been taking me months.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at from start to finish. If I actually like cut it down from just the actual building part.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a good 3 days worth of hours for that particular construction.
Gotcha.
So, because I had to like sort through the Lego bin. To
hello, Imperial Officer. I see Imperial Officer came in. Yeah, I'm watching on this other stupid screen since my chat box is not working in the browser, so it's kind of annoying.
You gonna switch this one in?
Yeah, we're gonna bring in this.
About halfway through already.
Bring this one in. Yeah, if we can. I'm gonna let you pick this, or I can probably pick this one up and you pick that one up because this one looks a little more solid at the bottom. Is that?
I'm not touching either.
Or you can move them both. I don't want to break it. So
well, let's put it this way.
I always get blamed for
breaking. I can pick
breaking
this one up if you want to just slide that one.
It might slide.
That would probably be easier.
This is for.
Just have to move my legs.
It's a joke. Just leave it. Don't take it apart.
I'm not touching. Well, yeah, I'm gonna take it apart and sort it. Thank you.
Please sort it.
Because this is what I do.
So we're gonna be moving. So Imperial Officer, if you just joined, we have Luke Taylor who does micro scale builds, and
you can find Luke on Instagram as Structo27.
we can't slide it. The camera's in the way.
That camera's not
How did you
being
pick
used.
this?
That camera's not being
Here,
used.
hold this one.
I hold this.
You got it? It's heavy.
Yep. Oh my god, it's heavy. Wow.
Just when you thought it was light.
So these are micro scale with not micro weight.
No, they're densely packed.
Ironically,
Oh, there's the-
this one here is actually lighter, but that's because it's not as dense of a city either. So I'll actually turn this around so you can actually see the better half of this.
Oh, building's falling over.
What?
Do we have a Flickr account?
No, I
Something was loose. Something was loose when I picked this up.
do not. A Flickr account I don't have.
Flickr would probably be actually some of the pictures you've taken, some of the skylines, like that black and white one, which I used for the
Yeah.
show. That I love that.
I know. I tried so hard to get a realistic skyline shot with my phone camera to post.
I have an Arctic set in the background. What?
What?
I have an Arctic set in the background. I probably do. I don't know where.
Yeah,
see
you
it.
do.
Where?
Which one?
Oh.
Which square?
Where's? Oh, this
Yeah,
up here.
you do.
How did you? That one. That's Arctic there. I don't know how you saw that one. I don't see it in the window.
Probably when
You're
I
moving, yeah.
Yeah.
So the backside you don't want to see of this. Well, though, it looks pretty cool. We can actually.
Well, you can still show
Yeah.
it, but kind of want to show them the waterfront.
He's getting some like. There's a view of the other city with the close-up cam. It's pretty cool. On the shelf, yeah, that's the one. I see it. Yep. But anyway, we're back to the. This one is the waterfront city, and again, Luke told me earlier that they're not based on. Oh, I like how my apartment building's in there too. How does that feel?
I felt really good.
Yeah. So the count update's not working either. Anyway, always a technical difficulty on this thing. I have to like. Jockey for position to get around the city here. We're gonna go over here. Here we go.
I know.
It's like I'm over here, you're over there.
The lower spot's really more towards the center.
But
of the
he's.
set.
I asked Luke, and you told me that you don't. It's not based off of like people ask you. It's off of Boston or New York or
Yeah. No.
Sears Tower in Chicago.
Yep. I've had them all. They're like, is this after any particular city? New York, Chicago, and I always tell them it's like no, because I like to create and not duplicate. You know, I don't want to sit here and build something that's already been built and designed by someone.
What the?
I'll use their ideas and be like, I wonder what other things could come
Yeah.
from that. And it does inspire me with ideas, but
Yeah.
I don't actually build the actual.
One thing is like technique imitation is fine. Like people like you get an idea, someone did a technique, you're like, oh, that's a cool way to do
Yeah.
that. And that's people. I mean, I do that kind of copying because you don't always figure out certain things.
Yeah, no, it's true, because I mean, that's how I got like the spiral that I have back at the house, that structure. It's all glass. And I got that because someone showed me that technique.
Yeah.
So I made a structure using that technique. And even like with Lego Architect, I kind of look at how they engineer certain buildings.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, now what can I build using that same technique,
Right.
but with my own unique design to it?
Do you
So-
pick those ones up ever, or you just
The architecture stuff.
do you buy
No.
those? No.
So-
Because I look at how much they are,
Yeah.
and for that same amount, I get 5 towers
Right.
if I went straight to the wall with cups.
Gotcha.
Imperial officer
So-
asked if you're based off any particular architecture styles. I would
I'd
say futuristic to me.
futuristic for sure. Because like
Yeah.
this part here, these are actually starships.
Actually, my face is
Let
in
me-
the way.
let me
Why don't you
move-
get rid of me? Why don't you put me over on the other side?
There you go.
There we go.
So like this is actually another one that I used the Lego digital program along with this blue tower here, and then I built them using that program. And the whole thing is a futuristic setting, so you got spaceships, you've got other planets, and way back when I was at home with nothing to do, and at the time the way digital program worked, you only had a certain brick in a certain color. You didn't
Yeah.
have like what they do now where they've got all of it.
So the Woods call, what's his name? Ooh, boat condo. Is it a boat condo?
Boat condo.
You know what it reminds me of is Futurama.
It does kind of does kind of look like a
Boat
boat.
condo.
It does.
It looks like Futurama now that I think
Yeah,
about it, like the big
Mm.
ships coming into the city.
Yeah.
So are they like space cruise ships? Because they kind of looked at like an elegant look of a cruise ship.
I don't think-
not like a functional, not like
Yeah.
a fighter ship or anything like that. It's more like
Yeah,
for-
they're definitely pedestrian.
Yeah,
They're not
okay.
like warships or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that.
I don't think Woods call knows what I
Transport.
meant by Futurama, but question mark. It's a cartoon that made by the same people that make The Simpsons.
Isn't it usually on at like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
It takes place
real
near
late
3,000. I think it's 3,000. It's like 1,000 years in the future because he got stuck in like a capsule and he got locked in and he wakes up 1,000 years later. He has all this money because the interest compounded for 1,000 years and so he's loaded and.
I wouldn't mind having that happen.
Yeah. It reminds me of a scene from Doctor Who. I was actually gonna say that Imperial because I just watched last night Doctor Who. It was the Titanic. It was a space cruise. It was
oh really?
and it reminds me of that when I was gonna say that before he said the Doctor Who thing because I watched that last night. It was just weird that came out that he mentioned that.
You probably watched it last night too.
Did you watch? Yeah, did you watch Doctor Who last night? It was the Titanic. It was basically like the Titanic in space. It was like these people, they had never heard of Earth, or they didn't know what Earth was. They were from another planet, and they were taking this cruise.
Yeah,
and
of
they
course,
named it Titanic? They didn't know anything from history?
The guy who did it, no, he did.
Oh, okay.
That was on the show. It was a long episode. I was thinking this thing's like an hour long. I'm like trying to go to bed. It's 12:45, and the thing's finally ending.
It's still going.
See, so this is my creation while we were talking. That would fit in your city, right?
Well, you have to take all those plates and.
I know. I don't have the clear
plate.
pieces in between them. Yeah.
No, but see now that's where what I would do is I take each one and then take a 2x2 square plate and put them in between to give the skeletal core of a construction building.
See, that's the learning
where,
technique.
Like right here, this building's got no clear pieces in it because you're looking at the construction and this is the actual crane.
Yeah, I knew that was the crane. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, ironically, when I took this to the Lego Boston Fest years ago, everyone thought they were guns. All the kids were like, "Look at the guns!" I was like, "No, those are construction cranes."
There's an episode featuring New York, a city called New York. I forgot the name of it. Nice antlers, but mine are real. What does he mean? His are real?
He's a hunter.
Ah. Do you know the Woods Call?
No, well, I checked over, flipped up to his channel.
Ah, okay. So we thought, so Imperial and Woods Call, typically we're doing stuff that I create, but it's always, and this stuff is, like I told you, it's amazing. And it's, people don't see, like, when you think of Lego, everybody, you're buying sets and you're building sets that someone, preordained to be this.
Yeah, and that's the other question I get often is, do I buy Lego sets to make these? And so I've always told people, it's like, no, because
it wouldn't be worth it for you, first of all, piece-wise.
No, because I want to build what they've already built.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
so if I'm going to spend my money, it's going to be on the actual brick.
Right.
And not someone, because you got to figure you're probably paying a little more than the actual value due to the creation idea behind that set.
Sure. Oh, yeah, you got to pay for the licensing, the marketing, all that stuff.
And it's like, I really don't, tight budget, I don't have the money to just free spend like that. So, but I'm not going to buy someone's set.
I just going into the city, sorry. I didn't say I was normal on set either.
Yeah, well, I'm not normal either.
So, I have tons. What would you do? Like, could you do something with stuff like this? So I'm showing them a fence piece. I have those in green, sand green and white, and I'm like, would that work in a city? Like, it's a decorative.
Because now what I would do is keep the same design of the plates and the clear pieces, and then this would be an aesthetic.
Bring it up on the camera.
You have it on the side there of the ship port there, right there.
See the fence right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do have a kind of fence, so you could do it.
And even the ladders.
And see, like what
ladders too.
See, like, this is something I would do. I can put it there just for style.
It just curious. Like I wouldn't know, like in your scale, what to do with these decorative fences. I have them in that, and I have them in green too.
Green.
That's a sand green. That's the rare one.
Yeah. It's the nice one. That'll go with a lot of colors.
Black would go black. And
I would just integrate them into the actual structure. So I would give the structure a new 3D form by simply stacking this here, but still having the same grid pattern behind it.
Okay.
So it is still possible to integrate them into this scale. See? And to me, that's the challenge.
Yeah.
How can I integrate a minifigure brick into a micro scale of most of it being just plates?
We should gotta go. My nephew's wrecking my Lego city back in 5. Pico.
We were talking about that earlier.
We should spin this around and show them the undercarriage of the city. Now this is all underbridge. This is just supporting parts of the city, correct?
Yeah, this is actually this is what holds it.
And it's made like just that is all support structure. All this under here is all support structure.
And you can see I'm still actually working on it because I expanded it by 6. So I actually have to buy more of the 2x4 black brick to finish the pillars for the support. But yeah, it's actually cool because then it's like,
You know what that reminds? That almost reminds me of like this whole under area. It would be funny if you
reminds
through
me of like a
like
hallway.
it does. It reminds me of like the Harry Potter movie when they're in the. I don't know if you know familiar with Harry Potter when they're in the Ministry of Magic. Those everything's black walls and.
Yeah.
But it'd almost be funny if you hid like things down there like bones and like cobwebs and.
Well, see, I actually thought of things like that
Because kids would pick.
You could have,
well,
like,
they would never see it.
minifigures under there, like holding it up, like they're
Yeah,
like
like
they're
Atlas.
giants.
Yeah,
Atlas.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea, and I could probably even because with the bin of Legos that I recently got, I have a
Yeah.
bunch of minifigures. That it's like I gotta figure out what to do with them all.
Now, the only thing you need to do is because most of this you're not going to see because it's all closed off.
Yeah.
You'd have to incorporate like one section of this where you like it pins open and you could look inside and you could see like it'd just be something like for kids like showing us for kids it'd be something they'd love it.
Yeah, they love looking at
And
it.
like
even
just-
then, I can do some where it's just like take out a section of the windows and leave them out, so
And
that
you
you
can
can peek
well, it'd be good to
inside.
see people so people could see how impressive
How
even the
engineered
underneath
it
is. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, because I even inside like I tile the floor, even though I know no one's gonna see it.
Yeah, he tiled everything, and then all those
with
pieces are like
grids.
those pieces down there because it looks like a corporate office building almost from like that underneath part, like
Yeah.
the interior wall. You know.
Well, when I finally came up with the idea of having to figure out how I can design these things so that I can transport them a lot easier than being on a table and using those very flexed base plates that you get, because the buildings are heavy, they're just floppy. I need to build my own, basically subterranean.
Yeah.
But then I can build it now in sections that are more manageable to move.
And that's a key if you're going to show it off. If you're just bringing it home, like part of my city,
Yeah.
I showed you how one of the plates is removable, but there's other parts that is not going anywhere because it's not meant to take with me.
Yeah.
Unless I cut that whole table and make it one big platform that moves out of here. Hello, Lego Comma. Welcome to Built from Bricks. I don't remember if I've seen you in here before, but we're taking a look at Luke Taylor, and he does a Lego Commando. I can't see the whole thing on there.
I thought it was Commando, but or at least Lego Command.
Hey, what do I know? But the that's what Drew is showing on the small cam right there is the under support. This is like the underpinnings of the city, and you can see the detail there that he doesn't even need to put. You don't even need to put it down there. But the fact that, and like I was telling him earlier, in even building houses, there's so much that goes into the support structure that you never sees, but you know it's there.
Well, that's just it. Like even in that spot right there, if you look,
Yeah,
there's even a pattern.
should I
in
go
there.
back?
Yeah,
Go back. Let me go back. I'll go back.
Like right here.
Yeah.
Inside the windows, you
Right,
can see
right.
the green tile. If you can get on
Oh,
the
the window too. Yeah.
inside the
Yeah, like even in the window, I even did a pattern in there.
and that's stuff
covered
that
all the studs, even though no one's really gonna see that. But I just can't help
he's a perfectionist.
it. Kinda. Like I said, it's not complete until every stud is covered.
And this thing, I don't know how much this one weighs, but the other one that's heavy. I
That
wasn't
is
expecting that
honestly,
heavy.
That is the heaviest one that I brought. This one, because there's not as many towers, it's a lot lighter. But
I could say one thing for you, is that if you did drop this,
oh my god.
well, I know the bottom would suck, this part would, but these would probably stay together besides like maybe cracking in half.
They would actually, majority would stay together, that bottom would shatter.
That would be a disaster. Yeah.
I've actually had one where I was moving it, and I still gotta figure out why it's not sticking to the base, and I think that was an engineer fail from when I was on Lego digital design, because one of the hard things about the digital program is you don't actually have gravity to help you
Nope,
figure
it doesn't
out
tell you.
sturdiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Stream offline.
Oh, we killed it.
It's back on.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay. Thanks, but laggy.
Yeah. It's. I don't why.
I don't know why it's
Yeah.
laggy because I have the like gigabit internet coming straight into this thing. It's not even wireless. It's not even wireless, but it could be.
hardwired.
But you have the gigabit upload, right?
Yeah, it's 990. It's like 980 down and 880 up.
Yeah.
That's plenty to stream.
Yeah.
He's gonna build. He's building on like the fly here. He's gonna build a micro city here. So what we should do is have him see what he does under pressure.
Under pressure. Well, I've got a 2x2. I'll give you a base, a core structure. How's that sound?
It's not lagging. Oh, good. I don't know. It could have been some blurb. It could be YouTube. Maybe it's that net neutrality reveal.
We're not getting to that.
Oh, we're not getting to that again, though. We talked about that. We're not talking about net neutrality.
We've been here. We've done that.
That was last week.
Yeah, even when I build them, like, so when I know I'm going to make a structure and it's going to narrow towards the top,
Yeah.
I also have to pre-plan the fact that you've got your window and then the flat surface. So I even have to calculate that part when building even just the bone of a structure.
Wow.
So like when I'm building the structure, instead of just one plate on the first floor, it's actually going to be too high because now I got to think of, well, I have the road.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was saying earlier that there's a ton that goes into this. Even though once you have your design like you can build. He's designing something over there. It's off cam. I don't know. It's a little secret surprise here.
Well, it's not purposely off cam. But
No.
My micro is just so large.
Yeah, it's kind of what is that? Oxymoron.
Yeah.
It's a large micro scale.
I like to build super
Put the
structures
little
with micro
camera
scale.
over there. While I bring it over.
This
so
one?
Yeah, I'll walk it over.
Okay. What was your name? Santa? What?
What?
I don't know.
It means me.
No.
Oh, you're Santa?
Apparently.
Well, you
I
do
don't
have
know,
a
maybe I am.
Santa hat.
He exercised in his gym today with
Yesterday.
reindeer hooves on or antlers on or something.
Reindeer hooves. No.
You had the antler hat on, didn't you? You had something. I'm like, I would never do that. So here we have a little
Santa hat.
the master at work there building, and I see his technique, and I do have those 1x2 clear plates
Yeah.
somewhere. Actually, they're in the. I see if I do. I don't know if you need them, but Drew will talk.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, I only have
My Santa Domo, is that what you mean? My
Santa Domo. Oh no, this.
Yeah.
I don't have enough.
Now I'm
Yeah, you just
hiding.
gotta go through all that.
Yeah.
Yes, him. Yeah, Santa
Sometimes
Domo.
I don't have enough of it. I just leave them like this because I don't have
Or
like
Domo
black. Yeah, I'll
Santa.
take out, but it's
Yeah.
other pieces that.
See, like right now with the bin, the tug that I have, I only have a certain number of drawers. So right now what I'm doing is I'm actually just separating colors.
You have enough pieces to do it by color. I don't. Probably.
So-
Like mine are more by pieces, and then I separate by.
Yeah.
So I do all the same pieces, and then I sort it by color. And these bins are awesome, by the way. They're $6, and you can do all this. You can do 12 of small, or you can do the long ones too.
Yeah.
So,
But then that's $6 you can put towards bricks though, too.
but I need the storage space too. Otherwise, I'll never. How do you
Well, I
find?
need a storage space too, but that's why they're all in a bin right now. And it's just like, because even then I'm like trying to engineer shelving.
It's like,
I was fixing something. I was fixing
So
something.
did you put another? What is that?
What I do?
What's that
Put it
red-
right box?
Red square.
Oh, that's the YouTube.
I don't know what that was.
No,
I don't know. We'll have to play with that again. Every time something doesn't work, then I can
my
make it.
fault.
It's not your fault. No, there's somebody new in the studio, so
Oh,
that's why.
Luke, all your fault. You get the blame this time.
That's
Not my
fine.
fault.
So here we
I
go.
get
I
blamed
like
for
this shot. Here,
My
look at this.
siblings did that all the time.
So it's the Luke Taylor show apparently right now. 'Cause I'm not even on the screen. It's your city, but I'm on cam. You can hear me because I don't
Take
stop
over.
talking. Built from Bricks live interview with Luke Taylor. The chat box never worked today, so that was frustrating. But you can see here. So as you get this large scale city here, as the hand comes and takes over the city, he's building a
That's right.
quick version
Yeah.
over there in that small cam, and it just shows how like it's a quick build, but you can do.
Yeah.
The scale of it is the thing, though. He's got the size of this thing is what makes it so much more impressive.
And usually what I do, especially one of the biggest things, the newest things I've been doing lately too, is you notice on the first floor of a lot of skyscrapers, they're always like a multi-floor. Even though it's a single, it's a multi-single floor.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I started even like you can see some over here where it's like the first floor is literally one brick height.
Don't touch the red button. Sorry. What? Now, if you touch the red button, we'll stop streaming.
Yeah.
Did you? What did you do? Get it on camera or something?
No.
We're gonna
No.
How do you know about the red button?
I don't think so. No, I think that you said, what's this red thing up there?
What is this talking about? It said
What
these
red
guys
button?
buy something about Lego Purists. I'm missing stuff here.
They asked if you guys ever buy any third-party stuff, and I said,
No.
you do not.
No, not really. I might buy, and not to build in with Lego.
Oh, wait, you only do...
There's an
you
NC
do buy a third-party. You bought the Brick Warrior stuff. things like that.
It's an accessory.
Accessory.
Because they don't make it in Lego.
Well, Lego Commando says I like Brick Arms stuff.
Yeah, that's where it's from, right? Or is it Brick Warrior? Well, Brick Arms is all the military stuff that they don't. Yeah. Lego doesn't support that stuff anyway. They're never gonna. Lego's never gonna make anything.
Brick Arms has a lot more guns.
We talked about this last week. Like they don't do anything with war, but they do Star Wars.
Yeah, which is.
But it's fictitious technically because it's not something that takes place on Earth. It's all fictitious.
Well, that's what. It's actually funny because it's true because when I first made a Lego profile years ago, that's how I came up with the nickname Structo. Because originally it was going to be Constructo, but because I had the word con, they wanted to accept it.
Really?
Yeah, so I had to drop con, and so Structo came.
Interesting.
And so ever since then, I just stuck with that. I was like, thinking, that still works.
When I heard Structo, I was thinking of what was it? I was thinking of like Technic stuff for some reason. It just popped into my mind. I saw something that'll help you with this.
It's not exact. I mean, that's still pretty accurate considering this is still pretty complex.
So could you put in underneath this are all the pieces you need? It's the 1x2.
It's the 1x2.
There's tons of them.
Yeah.
Now the one thing his city's missing, and it does. I mean, futuristic. You think of this like there's no urban architecture. There's no trees. There's nothing landscape-wise. It's all buildings. There's no landscaping.
Well, that's because the scale is kind of too small to give the ideas of trees and stuff. Now I can do parks with like the round bricks, the green ones. Like I do things like that.
But you couldn't put like this wouldn't work in here. It doesn't fit.
No, it doesn't really fit the scale because even the leaves themselves are just way too massive.
Unless this was part of a building, some weird funky building design or something.
Unless this whole place was built in a radioactive place. Things grew like crazy. But I imagine there'd be a lot of health problems with my Micro City people.
Bricks Bros in there. I see if they keep saying that it's buffering a bunch. It could be the checker shirt guy. Checker shirt guy?
What's your name?
Really?
This is his first time here.
Okay, I'll forgive you. Brian.
It takes a little time to
remember. You gotta subscribe and check out my show. You definitely would know my name. I say it every single show. Multiple times. No, just in the beginning.
He was just a BS.
I think he's gonna think it's the Luke Taylor show. He's like, yeah, my name's not mentioned anywhere besides when I open the show. I say, hey, this is Brian. This is Drew.
I bet if you turn off the other camera and you just have the single camera, it won't lag as much.
Which one?
Turn off the little one.
The Logitech?
Yeah, take
yeah, I'm about to turn off the Logitech one.
Yeah, so the stream just went offline. Now it's back.
That's because of that long cable. That's the reason. So shut off the Logitech. Well, that's the little one.
Yeah.
Okay, now we just have those two. Okay, now we have the two. All right, so now we get the other one off. Maybe the lag will go away. That's annoying.
Yeah,
though.
Try to keep that and
lagging. I don't want to talk about lagging. So much. I don't.
Wow.
We typically.
This is a tough crowd this time.
Now it's better.
Such critics.
I'm glad we have
critics.
Glad we have the lag experts in the chat room there. It's better now. Yeah, I shut off one of the cameras. I was trying something, and maybe that's the problem.
It might be that's trying to.
So we have the third camera, which I just shut off, which had a extra long cable with a repeater on it, which is supposed to stop that issue. But apparently, I'm gonna not use that cable anymore. No, we're not using that camera anymore. And I typically don't need to use it. It's just in this case, I wanted to, because there's so much on the table, I wanted to move it around a little bit.
Yeah, which one do you have? Are you using both of those?
Both life cams.
Oh, you are using both of those.
I like the life cams a lot.
Yeah, those are good.
What is so funny? I don't know.
I don't know, something happened during the lagging.
I was going to say, it was something technical.
I'm
just going to be the disembodied voice off the other side of the room.
You can sit over here in the space if you want to come join the...
You can be the narrator.
I slid up to the side. You can sit right there and be behind... You put your head through the middle of the sea, right here. So if you sit right in front of Woman in NASA... Yeah, you have to bring your chair over without breaking something, but...
Make it easy.
Or I could slide to the middle.
You move the middle. Play inside the building.
I created the show.
Let's give him a better view of this stuff.
Actually, it wasn't just me that created it.
You guys don't know his name?
Once upon a time. Now it's the three, I don't know, goofballs on screen right here.
Once upon a time. Lego came around.
We'll probably only film a few more minutes.
Yeah, now that we got it.
Now that we got it
Now we
working.
got it.
Now that it's working.
It's running.
I know,
It's
you can
going
keep
well.
talking if you want. I got this for him for coming too, because everybody that's
Oh,
comes to the studio gets one of these.
Really?
Yeah.
What,
Yeah,
one of those. I'm like,
What'd you think I was?
I thought it was something other than our
No, it's
business card.
it's a Lego me.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
nice.
That's what the yeah.
What I saw was the business card, not the Lego you.
And the business card.
There you go.
No, let me. I don't know.
Yeah.
If, well, these people haven't been in the show. Let me put
Yeah,
it
they
on the,
probably
put it on the
not
small
seen-
cam. Put that on the front of the small cam, which
This
is
one over here.
whatever one's the close up of your. Oh, there you go.
That is the Logitech.
That is what?
That is the
Logitech.
Logitech.
What did I shut off then?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I shut off something
Hmm.
on the other screen. Was it? I shut off the Logitech on this screen.
Yeah, he's on that screen.
because it was right there.
Yeah.
That's about time. The land of Lego.
Yeah.
So.
And then I had to, let me bring the box back up. This is the ghetto way of doing this because it's not working right today. But I'll put that right there.
Yeah.
In the land of Lego. Oh, that's what you were reading. I didn't know where you saw that.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, I was
right
reading
there. So once upon a time in the land of Lego.
So that's the minifig. So I have that shirt made in my scale as well. It says Built from Bricks on the back as well.
Nice.
And then the hat, I usually wear. I was wearing that type of hat for a while. I gotta see if they have this type. So I had a hat lesson once on the show, I think. So I wear my hat that people call it a fedora. I just hit 100 subs a little bit ago.
Very nice.
Very good. 100's the first hurdle. I'm trying to get to, I don't know what. I'm at 1,400 and something.
Yeah.
So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe.
I'm
And
at 0. That makes
You
sense.
have, yeah, he has no
Are you on
subscribers.
yet?
He doesn't have a show.
Are you on YouTube?
I'm on YouTube, but
Okay.
that's about as far as I went.
You mean you've signed up for YouTube, or
Three
have you
men
actually
cra-
put stuff on YouTube?
I've got a couple of videos on there.
Woods,
Okay.
the Woods. What's his
Didn't
whole
really
name?
hashtag
Yeah.
What's
anything.
this guy's whole name? Because I can.
Cool.
Yeah. What's your
The Woods call me Mike. Okay.
Oh, that's why you
His
didn't
name-
know what his name was.
So he
Yeah.
he said 3 men create the most incredible stuff. Well, all this stuff was created by one guy.
Oh.
So that's by Luke. My stuff is a little different. I've had my watch some of the previous episodes. You'll see. I don't know if we did a live stream about the apartment building, but several episodes about the apartment building.
I think it did do a couple of shows with your
And
class.
that top floor, like you were saying, in your buildings, like the bottom level is going to be similar, 2 floors, 2-story, but 1 floor.
Yeah.
Same thing on the bottom.
And
Well,
that's
it's going to
what
be
I did with that.
it's going to be inverted looking because
the glare. Sorry.
off the top of his
Off
head.
the top of my head. Glare.
So he's got the reindeer hat, he's got the beanie, and I have the pork pie. It's called a pork pie. Do you still do your Lego City? Sorry, I've been gone for YouTube. I definitely do the Lego City. You have to check out the channel. If you're unsubscribed, resubscribe, or
He's been subscribed for like a year or two.
has he? I
Yeah.
can't keep track of everybody that's subscribed.
He
said
it!
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't
You're
see
the
that.
one who watches it!
Just call me the woodsman.
You watch this thing the whole time and you're missing stuff. All through the live stream. It's like,
This is what happens when we've been chatting for an hour, and actually probably an hour and a half before the show started too. Because I just,
I know, we probably should have like secretly just like recorded that whole entire
would have been
time.
funny. Although, no, there's no swearing, so if I swore, that might.
Mhm.
We know it's all kid friendly, so I can't. I do the Lego City. There's a bunch of episodes recently, and I actually recorded one with Luke before the show. Just a quick, micro update. Right,
Yeah.
a micro update.
Micro update.
Wasn't much to the city. It's holiday time. I haven't had time to be down here that much. I plan to. I have a week off after Christmas, so maybe I'll actually clean up more of the city.
I'm currently on my week off.
He's on his week off, yeah. So
yeah, my weekend off is this weekend.
those were his favorites. Everybody loves the Lego City stuff, and like your stuff. Like if you were doing this on YouTube, it'd be tough because you'd have to have something each, like maybe not each week, but once a month, and it's hard to keep up with it. First of all, because it costs a lot.
I was gonna say I keep running out of money.
Exactly.
That's why nothing's finished yet either. I mean.
Do you remember Huntsman? Those are my favorites. Do you remember Huntsman 16? Huntsman 16. Sorry, I don't remember. I love when you had them come out. The Lego City stuff. Black
Bear?
Bear.
That makes me think of music. Black Bear.
I don't know.
Good music. Great for building.
I don't know. There's 1,400 subscribers. There's 1,400 subscribers. I don't know if I remember all the.
I could see if you did a show where you took one of the buildings and you kind of, showed the layers
Yeah.
a little bit. Like, you did.
Do like a
kinda-
time lapse.
You could do a time lapse,
yeah.
or like talk about how, like this one's very interesting, where you have this
A circular.
yeah, it
apparently.
comes out here, and then this is different up at the top, and It's
That's
just,
'cause-
you know,
So there's a piece you could use for that.
Yeah, that's because with these two, if you
Mhm.
notice, the design is actually very different than this. If you
Okay.
notice, transparent pieces are all one level. And
yeah,
then the solid piece is all one level.
right.
Well, if you look at these, the solid colors are stacked.
Okay.
So they're not all on the same level.
Okay.
He's talking about the level, how each level here is. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Let's see if we got flip. Oh, I just killed you in the Lego form.
Nice.
I'll integrate them somehow.
I meant to ask too. This blue one, is there
Yeah.
a spot in the front of that that's missing, or that you're looking for
Yeah,
more pieces?
if you notice, there's a big old gap right
Yeah.
there, and that's because I actually have to tear this down
Oh,
because that blue and the green is what's going to continue down.
right.
And so before, this whole thing was modified.
Yeah.
So this black and green, well, this green is missing. This was actually against this black waterfront.
Okay.
And so this was a tower that was actually built down from the water level. But because because it actually sat over here, and what it was is this was squared off,
Okay.
and so you couldn't see in it. Well, I tore it down and opened it up,
Gotcha.
so that you can actually see the whole effect of towers going into the
Oh wow.
water.
So what? So this is futuristic. So I'm assuming everybody in the cities apparently fly because there's no other vehicles.
No, this is road. I mean,
Well, there's road. There's no like you don't have boats in the water or anything. Or,
well, no. I mean, I haven't quite gotten that
So
complex.
the road is this.
I mean,
oh,
this is the road?
here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sloped.
Okay.
Is that sloped? Why does it look sloped?
What's slow?
It's not sloped. It's just the way
No, it just looks
looks
it.
sloped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be really
No.
cool if we could
But-
slope that.
So those are your streets, the like 1x6. So
Lego Commando. What? I don't know what's going on.
I
in
know.
the chat room right
I
now.
gotta
Chat room be the
I
chat.
know. I kind of scrolled up
chatting
to that. I'm
amongst
like, wait,
themselves.
what?
That's what you do.
Yeah, but I do like. Yeah, it's. Again, yeah, it's like the futuristic type city, and it's.
So majority of them do. They kind of fly. I mean, even if I wanted to, I go to the extent of being like Star Trek and be like, they probably just beam somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I kind of get a lot of these ideas, you know, being a futuristic city
Sure.
from watching all those sci-fi, Star Trek, Star
Mhm.
Wars, Stargate, even to help
Yeah.
give the realistic idea of
Yeah, Stargate.
the
Yeah.
technology of this future
Yeah.
being in present day.
So one thing I was looking at this building, you have this squared off here. So they have a new piece. It's a tie. It's a. They have these pieces now that curve. So it'd be like
Yeah.
you could curve all these as well.
Hmm.
I don't know if they work. I don't think they're plates though. There's some
No,
funky
they
new
do
pieces.
have- They have the brick ones like you're talking about. Now the plates, they don't have them the 1x3 curve.
They have a one
They
by
have-
one curve though. They have these one. They're like it's literally 1 by 1, but it's straight on this side, curved on this side, but it's not. There's no stud in the middle. It's a tile.
Oh, okay.
But you could probably that'd be
This-
something that you could add into like some sort of building somehow.
Yeah.
They're
Like,
newer
that
pieces.
would-
They're not.
That would be nice to get like a huge cup of,
Yeah.
maybe 4 of them, because then that's something I can use as a pattern itself on tiling a base.
you could do
Or
that.
even on the street.
But I think you could maybe like one side of your building you have like a jet out.
Yeah.
Would you have to have? I don't know how you would do it though because they're tiles. So you'd have to have. It'd almost be like hovering layers because you can't connect one. You could have a tile on on a plate.
Yeah.
But then below that you
What I
can't.
would need is a 1x2 plate where one is a stud and the other side is that plate curve.
Yeah.
And then I can get that.
Now I don't know if they have that.
No.
There are a lot of new pieces though lately, and like the.
I'm waiting for someone to actually like come up with the idea and then just be like, because I mean, I'm
The
sure
vehicle
someone
piece, yeah.
somebody's had to come up with that. Lego just hasn't built the whatever you call that.
My
the
favorite-
molding for it.
My favorite Lego animal, since you're talking amongst yourself, is the Lego lobster.
I have a frog,
The
a
frog.
little tiny Lego frog.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the frogs are cool. I like
I
frogs
just
too.
integrated that into my
There's tons of
the
frogs.
coffee table.
Lobster
in
is
the
my favorite.
in the Lego Ninjago
Yeah.
city. There's a lot of frogs in there.
Like actually on Instagram,
Mhm.
the latest photos that I've been posting are the new city section that's on the coffee table,
Okay.
and the latest one I'm slowly working on is the shark tank.
Okay.
Because I have a shark, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
no, I can just make a shark tank.
I have a
Cool.
so in
Yeah, it's an
my
aquarium.
I have an aquarium
Yeah.
and I have a shark that I bought from the Pirates of the Caribbean had that decrepit looking ship that they came out with.
Yeah.
I didn't want this. I don't like the set, but someone was selling the shark for $10 on Bricklink, so I bought the shark and it's on display in the aquarium as like
Yeah.
that's because it's carcassy looking. You can see through it. It's kind
Yeah.
of cool looking.
That is pretty cool. I did actually. I think I did see
Zombie shark, yes, the zombie shark.
the zombie shark.
I guess that's what you call
That's a
it.
good way of putting it.
Ghost shark, zombie shark.
Yeah. But
So he built the. Is this your creation?
yeah, that was the.
So this is the micro. So this would be like the scale that we could do on like the Lego, on the mini cup challenge, because we could get those kind of plates in the cup.
Yeah.
And do.
Yeah.
Like that could be a building. That's a small, not scale.
Right
that's micro scale. This is micro scale, large micro scale.
Yeah.
That's like mini micro scale.
Yeah, I mean, that would probably be our next challenge.
Like right there, this to me is the skeleton of the structure.
Yeah.
Because now from here, once I had the 1x2 clear pieces, I could make it more in depth. Or if I had more of the blues, I could make it more 3D. Make it
That's the tricky part. Is that we won't have this. We won't have the clear pieces because they're never there.
I know.
Well,
I keep calling.
Do they have clear other color?
Typically not clear very often.
See, when I call, I always like, do you have any 1x2 transparent pieces? Because I don't care what color.
Right.
Because I would actually like to integrate more
They have
transparent
1x1. They have 1x1 transparents all the time. They have reds. They've had blue. Sometimes you get to ask in the back because they've had. He brought out a box for me of.
Oh yeah, I'll do that
Yeah.
too. I'd just be like, hey, do you have this in the back? Because I know they never have them on the wall.
He brought out
just fill up as
the
many
cup of
colors.
mine that you put over there.
Yep.
There's 1x4 studs with studs on the 1x4 brick with studs on the side.
Yep.
They had those left over from like those brick built figures, and he brought the box out and he's like, "You take what you want."
Nice.
Yeah. So I put them in a cup. I put them in a cup, but I had to stack them because because they're longer. You can't fit as many.
You can't fit as many. Yeah.
Black Panther. I have the Black Panther. Brendan came down. Oh, why is my hat on the floor?
Well, it's not mine.
This is a trilby, and it's funny because I was looking for the correct hat, and this is the actual correct hat that I was wearing. So I want to see if they have a pork pie now. I think somebody made. I think they did.
Probably do.
I'll be visiting the Brick
Warriors.
Thank you. Brick Warriors and getting some pork pie hats now. Actually, I got to talk to Nathan Moak because he created the shirt. I might have him do a Deadpool shirt for me.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Because I have is this another thing that'd be cool? Instead of just wearing I don't want to. The Red Sox one is cool, but I can't wear it all the time. So I want to switch the torso up. Like each day, I'll wear Red Sox one day, and then the Deadpool one the next day, and a different hat, and then this hat if they have that hat.
Yeah.
So the kids like that.
Custom made.
What? Brendan came down to the studio again. He's showing off his ostrich, which is not Lego related.
You do have a Lego ostrich stuff.
I do have a Lego ostrich actually.
Actually, I got
What's
quite
this?
a few of
Share.
those. I haven't.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't quite sure how I can work those into my microscale.
Like animals?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I do have from the same tub. I do have, I think, like 3 ostriches. So I'm like,
that was only
Brick
still
arms.
kind of working on that one.
Brick Arms does helmets and guns. Brick Wires does random stuff. They do random stuff. They're cool people though. And I bought a bunch of hats so they give me a discount. Apparently we have some. Ooh, that would look cool. See stuff like this.
like
hides
at
in
the
the
top
city.
of one of the towers.
What's this?
Yeah.
And it never runs out.
It will run out. So you can put this at the top of one of his towers, a little beacon here. Well, it would be a beacon.
It's
It's
a
like the Prudential Center in Boston.
It's
where-
about the size too.
Yeah.
It's the perfect
You know?
size. Like these, you can wire these up because all you need to do is run 2 wires, snake that through your building. That'd be easy.
Yeah.
Snake this through, and then power it somewhere else.
Well, that's one of the things I want to do eventually.
Where did they get these
Different
from?
level.
Because these would work good in the Legos. Stuff like this would work well in the Lego
Yeah.
City. Because you could hide them in places. You could make small holes, drill small holes, and just push it in.
Plug them right in.
Yep. You like
Yeah.
both sites. Yes, there's an ostrich now. How's Hershey?
Whining.
Whining? Yep. So, anything else we want to talk about?
Well, how about you? I think, did we ask you enough questions? Put you on the spot enough?
I guess. You're the one with the questions.
He's hiding off camera now, so. There he is. He's still
I'm
hiding.
still off camera.
So where can people find you? So
You guys can find me on Instagram at Structo27.
okay.
So if you just type that in. And I believe
Struck the 27. I put it on the header for the show. Nice beanie.
Attack of the Killer Ostrich.
Struck the 27, and he's on.
Everyone, jump in the start.
Drew, if you can, maybe you can throw the links into the thing.
Yeah, we'll
afterwards.
put the links in this description.
in the description of the
But,
show
yeah.
here. You can
Yeah.
put that in as
Yeah,
well.
because I'm always, even though they're kind of like repetitive photos, I'm always adding new photos of the same stuff. Just
Mhm.
The sunset one you did was cool. And
yeah, I did the sunset. I
Yes,
actually
you
have
did
one. I
stretch.
might repost again because it's been a while. But I actually
He
have one where,
stretch. His name is Stretch.
with the
And
spiral
Vader
tower,
City.
the sun in the morning hit it just right, where
Uh-huh.
it looked like it was all lit up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I saw that picture. It's cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
Stretch is attacking the city. He could have some fun with this with like stop motion where you had like some big creature taking over the
I was
city.
gonna say, if I had my big starships with me, I'd be like, yeah, and here comes the defense. So.
But if you were to like build another building, you
Yeah.
could actually do like stop motion of that and put it on your YouTube channel. So when you're building the next building, make
Yeah.
a stop motion of the building being built, sort
Yeah.
of thing, or as an idea. So because this is fascinating.
This
you
is
know?
the one thing. So
Yeah.
I'll say my overall thing. The buildings are amazing. They're awesome. The reason I build I like this. The reason I build that scale is because I like to. And I'll get back to this where I guess not organic, but I like to. So in this, it's hard to show life. It's hard to show activity.
Yeah.
And in that scale, you can. I mean, that scale is the regular minifig scale, and you can show activity. You can make comical scenes. This you could probably do something similar, but it'd be more involving other large objects to make it like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
This
harder
would
to do.
require more of
You can't
a
do
lot of hanging, a lot of maybe even photo editing to get a more
Attack on Lego City.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Because even on like the Lego program, I pre-designed like defense towers. So you'd have skyscrapers with actual guns or cannons like built out of the design of the structure as protection protocol.
Right.
You know, plus you got all the larger ships that I have that would also be like hovering in space.
Yeah.
and all
Yeah. So that would be like you could do space type stuff. But this would be cool, like you said.
that. Yeah.
But in this, because you have the use of minifigures, you can do.
You can actually do
anything.
individual funny scenes with
And
that.
that's what we do.
We've
So
done some
in the
stuff.
city-
We haven't done it in a while.
In the
but-
city, who was
Yeah.
Lego Commander was
Yeah.
asking like the city updates. We do. It's giving you a kiss. In the city updates, we did stuff like that. We did little skits, like news skits, and I didn't seem to think a lot of people liked them. The biggest thing people like in my show is the city updates.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to live stream someday too, because the live stream's fun. You can talk with us. You can meet new people and ask questions about anything Lego related and sometimes non-Lego related. It seems to get. Should I do the Civil War
as a Lego
as a Lego
scene?
mock or something? Or that's cool if you can pull it off.
I
It's
think that's what
pretty,
you asked me.
pretty
This
tough.
is like-
War of 1812.
Yeah.
I mean that's a lot of stuff involved with Yes, I would do. I think Civil War would be cooler. You know, North versus South kind of thing, and just it's how you
Yeah.
create it. Like Lego Civil War. Or are you talking like Marvel Civil War stuff like? I got a lot of brick arm. I figured it was brick arm stuff. Yeah, it's tough if you pull it off. I mean, try it. See what people think. Build small and build up American. Yes. No, I know. Civil War, North versus South. Maybe throw a Dukes of Hazzard car in there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, have them drive through the battle.
There's a cool mock of that.
God knows they would if there was one.
Yeah. So I got nothing else to talk about.
Yeah.
I think I talked myself out for today. Anyway, I never talked myself out Lego, but yeah, this is. I wish I could show you my jungle mock with over 30 minutes. My zoo. Check out our videos. We have zoo mock, and we'll have a lot of animals, including dinosaurs.
Make a video and post it.
Yeah, you can also email us pictures at
Actually, send
awesome at BuiltFromBricks.com.
Yes, email awesome at BuiltFromBricks.com, like he said. You've seen my zoo, and actually people have been asking me about the zoo. Are you gonna finish it? I'm like, next year sometime. Yeah.
Some year. That's what I tell people.
What is a fig barf?
I don't know.
He said that word earlier. I don't know what that means. Fig barf.
Well, let's Google it and find out.
That looks like
So
the
full
fire.
Figure.
Okay, Google.
Oh.
It's a-
What is a
figure
fig
something.
barf?
I don't
Don't
know.
answer me phone. I don't know what that means. It's
Neither
like
do
putting
I.
random stuff together.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Still don't really know. Never heard that term.
I've never heard that term either.
Together.
Together.
Sure.
People do it on Flickr a lot. I have to look.
Well, we'll look at that hashtag after the show.
I'll be doing my Built from Bricks on Flickr with Lego Zach. I think he's over here. Lego Zach over here. He's Zach the Lego Maniac. He's on another show as well. You got to check out the other previous shows. You guys asked a lot of questions and a lot of stuff we've actually done. So if you do want to scroll through my 200 videos or so, and it's more recent stuff. It's anything I've done with Drew that this stuff would be in that we're talking about. Most of the city updates started with you.
Yeah.
Because the reason it took me so while is see those blue base plates?
Yeah.
I got those through that order.
Oh,
Any
okay.
log. And until I had the idea of the harbor, it was the first thing I wanted for my city. And I was it took a year to get the stuff. The first year took forever. Actually, I just read online that they're bringing them back. Those blue, they're gonna have.
Oh yeah, they bring those things back.
The blue base plates, yeah.
Well, someone tells me they had a warehouse full of them.
He's excited about this.
If there's one thing I learned, there's a warehouse.
What are you
somewhere.
pointing at?
He made him squeak about what? Oh, the Zach flicker.
That guy.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
I can't even follow my own thoughts. So. And then I got to work on the city. I know that Lego Commander said he wants to see more city updates, and there will be more city updates. Most of the stuff will be after the New Year's. It's hard during the holidays to get everybody here and get family and everything going on, and so I love being hidden behind the city. There we go. I don't even know which camera to look at anymore. That one, this one, that one's low, this one's high.
Yeah.
I'm usually sitting over there, I think. Although last week we switched because you were taller.
Right, I was
the
taller.
perspective was weird.
Yeah.
He's bald.
Yes, I'm bald. Put the other hat on.
It's in here now.
Oh.
There you go.
So I think we're probably gonna wrap this up. Yeah, this is what happens when we're not talking on the live stream. But I appreciate everybody that is in the chat. Imperial officers in there. I didn't see Flash Pants today, or like some of the Australian people. And
Why
I
is
just
this
learned the
Flash
other day.
Pants
You know,
here?
there's kids that actually just watch kids play on YouTube.
yeah, he's one of them.
Yeah. That's why some kid makes $11 million a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kid, that's annoying.
So
No, don't go.
It really
So
is
depressing.
What's coming, Mike?
I'm like, where did I go wrong?
Can you go do me a favor and see if she's cooking yet or not?
Yeah, I mean, if you were going to do a YouTube channel, just showing how you build each one of these
hot dog.
would be cool.
Yeah.
So,
Someone's in the trash or something.
But that requires me actually
Ooh, dinner. Yes, dinner.
setting something up.
yeah.
And then you gotta set up
I
this.
never have it preset. I literally
Yeah.
I never actually I usually just go out and buy the pieces that I know I
Mhm.
need
Yep.
through cheaper methods.
Or we could have him
And
come back
then-
here and do it.
Or you could deconstruct one.
He could come on the
if
show.
if you wanted to.
I'll hit the notification.
Look, he's gonna convulse.
I said he can come on the show and do one here. We're not,
Just the thought.
we're not having hot dogs.
I'll have bloody fingers, literally.
It's almost done.
Well, dinner's almost ready, so we're
Yeah.
gonna wrap this up then.
So.
Because I told him that he can stay for dinner, so I don't know if you were staying for dinner, but well,
Or I can just take what you got and see what I can conform out of everything you got here. Because literally, I just build out of convenience
Yeah.
majority of the time.
so I think that might be a cool idea. We'll I'll show him what I have on the shelves,
Oh yes.
and then he'll just build maybe either ahead of time we'll have to show you, so we have an hour to prep, and then you can build it. You can plan in your head, and then we'll build live on the show.
Oh, we could
You
do
do
something
that
like
because that would work.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be an all-day thing.
Yeah.
Live.
No, you need to plan it first.
Yeah, otherwise you're watching me just sit
Yeah,
there
you
and do
could give
nothing
us a
for a
lesson
while.
in it.
Or we could have a lesson
Yeah,
too, and
a
we won't have
lesson
this
in microscale.
monstrosity, which I'm not saying it's monstrosity. I mean, just it's huge.
It's
You know what I
not
mean?
Oh, okay, I
monstrosity.
see where we stand.
But we're like trying to get around this thing, and
What can I say?
I'm glad that
I like to build in your face.
I'm like that Mike likes the show. He wants us to stay on. We're not having hot dogs though. I think it's ham actually, ham steaks. Do you like ham?
Yes.
Good, 'cause that's what we got.
Considering my budget requires no meat right now, I love ham.
Meter man.
So,
We have ham and
Yeah.
stuffing, and I don't know what else is there, but
Oh, probably corn.
corn. Ooh,
There you go.
sounds so good. I'm making everybody hungry now.
Oh, peas, lima beans.
Have you seen that guy doing the
and
Lego
carrots.
food this year? He's been doing a
Carrots.
Flickr thing. I don't know if it's Flickr, but it's Lego food, and he does it like he'll crack it. He has a Lego egg.
Sounds so good.
They'll do a crack, and you'll see the Lego egg appear in the pan, and it'll fry. It'll move in the pan.
oh,
And then he pours the milk, and it fills the cup with milk with white brick to make the
Yeah.
milk. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's
I
very
have
cool.
seen that. I
Yeah.
was like, now if that was only true, I'd buy a bunch of milk and bring a lot of Legos to my life.
Oh, the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, it's
would be
like,
nice. Oh, you'd be
Dreams.
dreaming
Come on,
at
let's go.
at Brickfest. They did a pit full of. I mean, it was one color brick, but I mean, for you it might be good because it was massive quantities of red
It
brick.
just means I'll
Which-
have a city block of
We called
a
it-
high number of certain color.
We did the red. I took it apart, but it was the red brick district in the back of my
Oh,
city.
okay, yeah.
So I took a bunch of red bricks and I have. There's actually
Hurry
a.
up.
What? Hurry up! What? Oh, food's almost done. All right, we're gonna get off the show and then we'll talk some more. So.
Okay, starving.
I'm a little hungry too. So hey guys, I know you want us to stay, but I can't stay all night today. You know, he's still talking though.
Bye.
Well, Thank you, Lego Commander, for watching. Thank you, Woods Call Me Mike, and Imperial Officer, and whoever else joined the chat that I didn't see.
Woods, I don't know.
I appreciate it, and thanks for
Woods
Luke
Call
for
Me
coming on the
Mike.
show. I think he had fun.
Yeah, I had a blast.
Go Woods Call Me.
And maybe you'll come back for some more shows. You know, it's not too far of a drive, right?
No.
Lego Commando is
Half an hour or so?
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes. So
That's not too
I
bad.
mean, if you want to
Would
get
that-
technical, it is considered Rhode Island
Would
far,
one.
but that's just
Would one.
islands.
Yeah. But I was thinking anything more than 5 miles is far, so. or
Yeah,
10
exactly. We
like 10
consider
minutes.
that a road trip, but
Yeah.
one.
Sometimes I get them. I understand. I'm not from Rhode Island originally, so.
Hurry
Yeah.
up.
Thank you, thank you. So we're gonna take off. So thanks for watching, and check us out on Instagram and Twitter at BuiltFromBricks, as well as on Facebook. And stay tuned on each and every Thursday at 6 p.m. for more live streams, as well as other videos that pop up each and every week
Come on.
for you to enjoy. Thanks for watching. What have
You
you built today?